Interesting. Well, guys, welcome back to Are We the Assholes? Or is this going to be like a finale for hard homies? What do you want this to be? Since we're going to be talking about
something. That's right, because we haven't decided a name yet, huh? For this, or if we were, I don't think we were planning to stick with hard homies, right?
I don't know. Like,
because we were wanting to kind of put that on the back burner and
do the Reddit stuff.
Yeah, well, we're still on, and that's fine with me. But like, we were wanting to do a whole new channel, right? We never really said if it was going to be a new name.
Yeah, no. Well, I already have the channel created.
Oh, shit. So yeah, fuck hard homies. So, but maybe this will be a bon voyage.
Hard homies at the same time.
Yeah.
I guess I should play the old hard homies music right now.
The royalty free.
Yeah.
My camera
needs to be like
dying right now.
Needs to be a Sarah McLachlan commercial.
No, I'm tired of Sarah McLachlan because of the Minecraft movie.
In the arms of radio. I was about to go.
What?
I was about to go like, wait, you guys actually saw the Minecraft movie, and then I realized, I remembered that you guys had kids. I'm like, oh, you guys actually have the only valid reason.
That was the only reason, but I realized I just got Sarah McLachlan and Jennifer Coolidge mixed up. Is that her name? Coolidge?
I like the dogs. Yeah, the dogs. Like,
I think I just made some people mad with that one.
You gotta save the dogs. The white women keep fucking them. Help them.
Oh God! Yeah, I saw that.
She fucks a villager. So yeah, I know. Spoilers.
Well, but it's also
what?
What's his bucket voices the villager. Matt Berry voices the villager. The guy from What We Do in the Shadows. My good time boy, my sweet cheese.
But yeah, Brayden, she fucks a villager in the movie.
And so she saw Vampire Squidward and is like, how can I not fuck it?
Yeah.
Something about her dumping her ex, and then she meets a Minecraft villager and they fall in love.
Yeah.
And that's the whole joke.
And it's hilarious.
Well, I guess when we ex.
And don't forget about Jack Black and I forget the other guy's name. And their bromance through the whole movie.
I actually haven't seen the movie, by the way. Yeah. So
what?
When we ex like Viagra, how can you not fuck it?
Well, I think I'm gonna stop trying to fuck with this for now. Come here.
Come here.
Lay on my lap.
Come here.
All right. You don't have to tell me twice.
You insist, Daddy.
Okay,
you sit down wherever you like.
Where did we still want to talk about the
yeah, we can talk about it. Guys, we're going to be talking about Israel versus Palestine today. We're going to get really into it. Matter of fact, the goal is to try and stop the peace talks.
Okay.
We profit off the war. Like, I am a major. I have a lot of investment in guns manufacturing, and if World War III doesn't happen, I am destitute. So
this is the Now, hot take, this is the wrong war to be invested in. If you want World War III to happen, right, you gotta be focusing in other areas of the world, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. No. I know. Either Taiwan or Crimea.
Right. I'm not adding to
Oh,
this
you
joke
don't.
here.
Oh, you don't even know. You don't know.
Wait. What other? What else? What else is gonna cause it? Because like
You don't even know.
maybe I don't. So what is it then, Bray?
They should have told you in the stock markets. They should have told you in your investor meetings, dude. You know what's popping off.
Deal.
Huh?
That was a joke. What's currently popping off? Isn't it like coal? I thought coal for some reason was getting to come back.
Oh yeah, coal is fucking to the moon right now.
Yeah. But what's the other one?
Honestly, manufacturing as a whole.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, okay. Yeah, so we can start making more planes and jets and fun stuff to kill people with.
Actually, boats.
Is it drones? Oh, boats.
Boats.
Oh,
boats
really?
are huge right now.
Oh, so the Navy wants some more control. Okay.
No, like merchant boats, military boats, cruise liners.
Yeah. Fun.
We're gonna build so many boats. They're gonna be huge.
We have the best boats in the world.
They're gonna be
great.
huge.
Everybody
How
knows
huge
that we're
are
the
they?
best boats.
How huge are our boats gonna be? Only half as big as my cock, but that's still pretty huge.
We need to be serious now. Okay, we have applications. There we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen to show what we're gonna be talking about today.
Let me switch from watching Brandles.
Yeah, please. My camera quality is garbage right now. It's making me mad.
You look very well groomed and coiffed, Brandle, I will say.
Thanks, but it's still stuttering. It's making me mad.
Oh, Jesus. Every time I see that bitch.
Right? So, yeah, we're gonna be talking about the content cop that just dropped.
Yeah.
And the war between Kendrick and Drake of edgy teenagers from back in like 2016.
Imagine Kendrick versus Drake, but they're both white and they're both liberals and they're all stupid.
Yes.
It's like that, exactly.
It is exactly that, honestly.
Instead of Canadian pedophile being against a white guy, or not a white guy, an American, not a pedophile.
Yeah, it's a little different this time. For those of you that don't know, and I don't know, kind of just getting a little whiplash from this because this is going to be, what, 5 or 6 weeks after?
Yeah.
A while. I was gonna say if our reach somehow has gotten to someone before this, I'm honestly impressed with ourselves. And wondering what deals with the devil Tyler had to make to get that to happen.
You know, that's Brayden. There's also one thing that I feel bad for saying, but like I we're gonna have to acknowledge. Hassan totally stole your beard. Fucking
what? No.
Hassan.
No.
Hassan has stolen your beard.
It can't be true.
Look at this. We're gonna get that full screened.
Oh yeah.
It's a little more patchy than yours, but I feel like if you had very similar glasses to like what he normally wears, you guys might look a little bit alike, which is unfortunate. And I'm so sorry.
Your camera's running better than mine right now, Brayden. Sorry. Go ahead, Tyler.
I was about to say,
No,
mine isn't even popped up. I'm not even popped up.
I see you. You're running. You're actually smooth, unlike mine right now. Mine's running at like 20 frames per second.
That motherfucker.
Yeah. I know.
Okay.
Very unfortunate. But iDubbbz and H3H3 or Ethan Klein are two old ass YouTubers. They have been around for a long ass time.
Old and ass are different words, by the way.
Yeah, like I think iDubbbz started doing YouTube like pre-2016, but he was like there in like the Filthy Frank era.
I was gonna say back when Joji was the
pink guy. Yeah, good times. Really
Go to Goats, King of Kings.
Good times. Yeah. So
hair cake.
Yeah. But the Sonichu medallion has done its work and has destroyed people. Those things are fucking cursed. Let me tell you.
Dude, it even took out Mudahar. Like, you still joke about the evil Sonichu medallion magic. It's not a fucking joke. It made Mudahar really crash the fuck out.
Yep. So, if you have a Sonichu medallion, you're fucked. I'm sorry to say. It's a cursed item. You're going to be going down the shitter. The left will eat you. And you will become like a complete leftist. I'll be honest. I'm liberal. I'm pretty fucking liberal. You know, like I'm not as crazy as these bastards. Like,
dude, it's just been getting worse and worse.
Oh, it's real bad. So, iDubbbz used to do a channel on his channel. He used to do something called Content Cop. Where he would like choose to go after someone who does some like pretty heinous and vile shit,
while saying the funniest gamer words and songs and phrases.
Yeah, the man liked to swear quite a bit. Well, and say some kind of vile shit.
Known for his famous phrase. Just censor it.
Which one?
I'm not gonna say it. Right? You know I don't like saying that word.
I'm not gonna fucking say it.
I don't like saying either of those words.
I don't know which words you're talking about, but okay.
The main racial slur against black people, and then the main homophobic slur. He would combine those two words. He did, yeah.
Dude, that's what he was known for. That's what everyone was referencing whenever they started combining gamer words.
Yeah, and like he did it as a joke, and partly to kind of point out like the hypocrisy of a few other YouTubers that he was doing content cops on.
The fucking irony.
Yeah, he has since come back and completely retracted any like he said that he's sorry for everything that he said.
Yeah.
No, he said he not only said he was sorry, he also apologized on behalf of all of his fans and all the people he got to do great wrong to the populace on his behalf because he chose to say those words.
Yeah. He did kind of go against a lot of his former fans, saying like basically implying that a good chunk of them were terrible people too, who only watched his content because like they were racist, when that's probably not the case. I don't know. It felt like he was generalizing a lot of stuff and kind of like projecting a lot. there because he probably just ran into a lot of his fans in public. Well, not a lot of his fans, but like enough one-on-one interactions with certain fans who are a bit more vocal and are racist, and then just started to assume that
I was going to say, much like the God Emperor of Mankind being stuck to the golden throne for all eternity, do you think that man is allowed to leave the house on his monogrammed cuck chair?
Oh, okay, man. Who cares what people do in their private sex life? If people want to get cucked, they want to get cucked. But I don't even think she cucks him, right? I think she just does OnlyFans, like, and does nudes.
Nah, she admitted it.
Like, I wouldn't.
They admitted it.
Oh, they admitted it? Like, he is a cuck?
Damn, really?
I don't know. Fucking good for them. Who cares? That doesn't matter.
Joining great company like Sneeko.
Yeah. But yeah, that doesn't matter. Because, like, at the end of the day, what we should try to focus on is the character of a person. And what I find to be lacking this. Yes, the contents of their assholes. And anyways, so after he does this apology, he starts doing like this boxing thing, and does boxing for a little while, and seems to be happy with that. And during this time, his buddy Ethan, or H3, who they did like a lot of collaborations together, did like videos together, him, Filthy Frank, Joji now, and then Chad and Max, they did the infamous videos such as the cake videos, like the hair cake.
Cinema.
You guys
cinema.
Remember that? Absolute cinema.
I do.
Cinema, magical.
But yeah, and so, while iDubbbz is doing that, Ethan kind of starts to break down a little bit, and he goes like
never stops. He goes insane. He loses it.
Yeah, no, Ethan starts to lose it quite a bit as well. Ethan begins going down like a leftist tirade and starts like calling out a bunch of people, starts like accusing them of like being like horrible people. Then eventually he does a podcast with Hassan Piker. And Hassan is a very pro-Palestine. And Ethan is from, or his wife is from Israel. She served in the IDF because that's mandatory there. If you are an Israeli, you have to serve in the military for, I think if you're a guy, it's like 3-4 years. And if you're a girl, it's like 2 years,
Yeah, people may know this because of Gal Gadot, because she had to serve as well. And that's why Disney had to hire extra security for her in Snow White.
Yep. Which the whole Israel versus Palestine thing is like an 80. Well, let's see, how long has it been? So when did Israel first become a state? It was after World War I.
I want to say like 60 to 80 years ago. I'm not sure on the math. Became a country less than 100 years ago.
But I thought there was like a city state for a while after World War I, and they kind of dicked over a lot of Arabians because they used Arabians against the Turkish Empire or the Ottoman Empire, and then they were pissed about that.
During the genocide that Turkey was doing, that they refused to the one they refused to talk about.
Yeah, because oh god, that's a whole other thing. It's the cycle of oppression that keeps happening too, where the oppressed eventually become oppressors, and it's usually due to like a cycle of it's fear and oppression, right? So the oppressed are afraid of becoming oppressed again once they're finally out of like a hole of oppression, right? Because they're not being as oppressed anymore. They finally have some like rights and stuff. And so because they have that ingrained fear now, they start looking for ways to ensure that they don't get oppressed again. And usually that comes in the form of oppressing other people.
And the cycle of hate and
oppress.
violence. And so the cycle of hate and violence continues. Do we even need the shinobi system anymore, Naruto? I will make a weapon so powerful.
Yeah, that was for you, anime people.
We're just trying to reach out to as many people as we can, cast a wide net.
This is a very transcendental outreach program that we have here on Are We the Assholes / Hard Homies finale.
We are the assholes, by the way.
Yeah, no, this one we're definitely the assholes. And so a lot of Israelis, a lot of Zionists do begin to oppress Palestinian people. Palestinian people don't have as many rights. That is what happened.
No. I was not going to correct you. I was not going to correct you. I had nothing to say to add on to that. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay, and then this leads to the formation of some extremist groups that are Palestinian adjacent. These extremist groups find that their only way to get certain land back or stuff that they believe should belong to them because it was theirs before the U.S. came in and was like, no, fuck you, get out. We have nukes. Don't fuck with us.
We have nukes and you got oil.
Yeah, and we're buddies with Israel, so fuck you.
We have a lot of guys over here trying to get their GWAT. Are you really going to get in the way of that?
Yeah, exactly. And which, again, whether it's American imperialism, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it is what it is. It happened. That's kind of life, though. That's that world history. It's not unique to any country. Britain did it. Russia did it. Egypt did it. The Ottoman Empire did it. Yeah. Rome did it. Africa fucking did it too. So
holy shit, did they? Fucking Mesopotamia.
Yeah.
We're going way back, boys.
But again, I'm just trying to give examples of this is like world history. Whether or not it's right or wrong, you can always morally justify something, and you can always unjustify it or say, hey, you know what, this is just wrong. And a lot of it is determined based off of how much damage you are doing to innocent people. And in this case, we have two groups that target innocent people in those groups instead of just military targets. Both of them do it to each other. So the military group on one side targets innocent civilians on the other side, and the military group on the other side also targets civilians on the opposite side here. And so that goes on.
Isn't it such a weird coincidence that in my history book, only the good guys win? The good guys never lose.
Rome is fucking awesome. They did nothing wrong.
Except that one thing.
Christians were never burned. I don't know what you're talking about. Fake history, guys.
I wasn't even talking about that thing. I was talking about the other thing.
Well, okay, there's a lot of things that they did. Let's be honest. Okay, but anyways, so Hassan, very pro-Palestine, very much someone who is fed up with how America has been treating Palestinian people, how America has essentially been feeding what he perceives to be a genocide machine in the Israel state or the country to wipe out Palestinian people. And there are arguments there to be made that was happening, that Israel was trying to take out Palestinian people and erase their culture and essentially the ethnicity from existence. But people who live in Israel have a different story to that. They say, no, I have plenty of Palestinian neighbors that live with us peacefully and, are fine. They aren't having their rights taken away from them. Like this X thing and Y thing. But then you have lots of accounts of Palestinian people being like, no, they just came in and straight up kicked me out of my fucking house. And like, I didn't know what the fuck to do. And so
80 years ago.
Huh?
Was this when it was first founded or just over time encroachment?
This was I'm talking about some kind of like the more recent events, like just like before October 7th. And so anyways, Hassan and Ethan are doing this podcast together. They kind of have some minor differences here and there, but Ethan doesn't talk about as much. And then October 7th happens. It was essentially this boiling point where this leader of a strong military group named Hamas attacked civilians and bombed. Wasn't it like a parade or something? Or like, what was it? Was it like a concert?
It was everything. It was anything that they could. So my area of expertise in the Middle East isn't exactly in these specific countries.
Okay. Anyways, October 7th, a terrorist attack was launched on the Israeli populace, and a lot of innocent civilian Israelis were killed, and then Israel retaliated, and they started killing a bunch of innocent Palestinian people as well.
Only one had the backing of the U.S.
Yes, only one had the backing of the U.S.
A lot more resources.
A lot more resources, and was therefore able to kill way more people. They poked a bear. They knowingly poked a bear, and knowing what it was going to do. Like they knew a bunch of innocent civilians were going to die on their end as well, which is where I kind of also disagree with a lot of people's stances on like Hamas in particular. I think Hamas is a terrorist. I think what he did was awful and evil. I think how Israel has responded, also awful and evil. And Ethan, fine, H3 has that same stance. Ethan also believes in a two-state solution, which Hassan doesn't. Hassan believes in, like, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Different solution. I don't think it means like Israel is going to be completely wiped out and it's just going to be like a Palestinian state. But he does believe in like their own state, either like forming, not forming, but I think he just wants them to have like more rights in the government, right? Like, and like for them to be treated as equals. I think was his whole stance, and doesn't believe like a two-state solution would work.
Just to interrupt you for a second.
Yeah.
Please, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't from the river to the sea like a passage out of the Quran talking about wiping out the Jews?
And that's the other thing. I don't think all Palestinians are Muslims, and they're definitely not all Muslim extremists.
Yeah,
I mean, that might be the case. There might be a reference there. I don't know. So I'm not going to use that as like part of my rhetoric here. So, but I will go over what I do know is these events that go down. And so Ethan finds the whole thing detestable because he has family from Israel. His wife is from Israel. They have family there. And what happened was tragic and awful and shouldn't have happened. People that justify Hamas's actions are justifying the actions of a terrorist. People that would justify 9/11 happening, saying it was deserved. And it's like, no.
It seems really specific.
Yeah. Which
wonder why.
Hassan said that as a joke, which Ethan did know about before they started doing their podcast together. want to say hi? He wants to say hi. And Uncle Brayden.
Hello. Mia
Hi.
familia. Too bad I...
We're talking about some serious stuff, Ev. Do you want to give us
Super
your hot take
serial.
on the Israel and Palestine conflict?
Jesus Christ.
My 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Here, just say free Palestine, Evan. You should be good. I don't think you'll be hated online. My 4-year-old said free Palestine, everyone. So
I didn't hear it. I think you're trying to put words in that kid's mouth. Why are you using your child to be a political talk piece for you? I thought you were better than the U.S. politicians.
I was just trying to keep him out of the line of fire of some people.
You know what?
But-
We all got to do our best to protect our children.
Exactly.
Yep. There you go.
Hey guys.
I don't have any.
Come on.
I have a cute dog. Does that count?
No.
Oh,
Um,
Brayden. Oh, well, never mind then. Fuck you, Brayden.
Yeah, no. Dogs. I mean, dogs
but-
are so much easier than kids. Are you fucking kidding me?
Excuse me. I'll have
I've
you know,
had
I have a husky pit bull mix, and I
Okay.
think
Yeah. No. Go ahead. I'll let you dig your hole with this one. Keep tossing the rope, Brayden.
ropes and holes. Speaking of holes, tell us more about bombings.
Nice fucking segue
Yeah,
there.
yeah, good segue back. Anyways, hey guys, go, come, okay? Go ahead.
Oh,
Come on,
man.
Okay? I'll be right back. I gotta go for
You're good.
Oh no.
Eddie.
But Brayden, I'll argue cats are easier than dogs, so take that.
Oh, cats are cat. I also have a cat. Notice how I very rarely say anything about the cat.
You see? No, don't get it wrong. There's some asshole cats, especially the orange ones.
Yeah, bud.
Dogs are a lot more work.
Look, the orange ones just have a little bit more of a personality. They're a little spicy, but I think they deserve.
are. Oh,
They
good timing,
deserve
Tyler.
to be respected, and this TikTok slander against them, I believe, is a little too far, and maybe, perhaps, even problematic.
Hey, I
Anyways.
would say that is true, but justified.
Guys,
okay.
we all agreed that all those bad things that people used to say about black cats were bad. We don't need to move that onto orange cats now. We just have to accept that all colors of cats are loved and appreciated and are worthy of having a place on your lap.
Orange cats have one fucking brain cell though, like dead ass.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, but so does my husky.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyways,
Yeah.
so Ethan is like, hey, this is really bad. This shouldn't have happened. And this lady named Frogan was like very much in support of what happened, saying October 7th was justified for the actions of Israel.
Ooh,
Wait,
She said a little more than that. I fucking hate her.
But yeah, no, I know. She also said anyone that served in the U.S. military deserves PTSD.
That is
yeah.
why I hate her.
Yep. And you know,
I have a list of people that
So again, not good people here at all. Understandably angry at the actions of Israel and how Palestinians have been treated. Like I would say very much, Black people are understandably angry about how their people have been treated here in the U.S. But you know, I don't think Black people have ever done. I don't think they've done terrorist acts in the U.S. Pretty certain that they had very peaceful protests and attempted to change the laws that way. And over time, you know, like
Plus, they made some really fucking good music.
Yeah, no, they did. Fucking love black people. No, same with India. India had peaceful protests and were able to change laws from British imperialism. And there's ways to go about it without committing terror attacks. It's unfortunate that there are extremist religious groups out there that do have a lot of military power, and they justify their extremism by using their religion. Essentially, they justify their actions that way. Not all Palestinians do that, but the few that do cause a big fucking shitstorm for the ones that don't out there.
Yeah, it's like when you're playing Civilization and you don't want to declare a surprise war, so you say you're declaring a holy war instead, so it doesn't lower your score.
Or you just get the golden age. Oh, Maddie's calling. See? Hey, what's up? Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to pause, boys.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be right back.
You're Gucci.
Gucci Mane.
Gucci Bonaducci.
All right, Brandle Kun.
Yes.
All right, Tyler's gone, so it's time to get to the real meat and potatoes of this episode, okay?
Okay.
All right, so I've been reading a shit ton of Warhammer books.
Okay, yeah.
My knowledge has been expanding.
Yeah. Ever more growing.
Ever growing. Fucking hell, some of those books are amazing. So I started my Emperor Children's Army.
Okay.
Because
how's that going?
So the army is still on pre-release, but they had like a launch box that I was able to get a hold of. So I got the Noise Marines.
Okay.
Right. One, they were my second favorite Legion of Space Marines. And if they had been there at the start, they probably would have been the first army I got. And I got to be real honest. Painting Sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Sisters models are so detailed and so complex. So I'm like, I need to get an army that I could like switch off from. Because Emperor Children, comparatively, they're a lot easier to paint than Sisters.
Oh, I believe that. I really do.
And usually Chaos factions are really hard to paint because of the amount of trim work, but they were able to hold themselves back from slapping it everywhere on EC.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been really nice. But in the Codex, you get a lot of their current era lore because they haven't been super present in the main story recently.
Okay.
Bro, they do so many drugs.
Yeah, that I also believe.
Like, when you're playing their Crusade rules, the Crusade rules are, we need to gather all the ingredients to make new drugs so we can snort the new drugs and get high so we could go find more ingredients.
Oh, nice.
And
I like it.
And it gives like descriptions of a few other drugs in there. Like every single model, they have like, oh, here's a flask of drugs. Here's a syringe to inject drugs with. Here is a backpack that we have 6 vials full of drugs on, and they pump directly into your circulatory system.
Oh my god.
And
so
it's like...
Go ahead, sorry.
So I'm like, okay, so my 2 armies drug abusing sex maniacs with music as a weapon, and incredibly religious muscle women.
The best kind.
So it's a little bit of a dichotomy there. It's a bit of shift of perspective.
Yeah, it is.
I really wish both of them were doing better in the meta right now, but we can't have nice things.
They're not doing so hot, huh?
Sisters, the last quarter, was the worst performing real army in the game.
Holy shit.
Because they thought we were too overpowered, even though we were completely average. And they nerfed our rules, and then we plummeted, and then they tried to give us some of our rules back, but not all of them. And we're doing better now. We're still below average, but we're not always the worst. But we still haven't won a tournament in the past 6 months.
Bill's pain, man.
Yeah, so I'm going from that to, you know what, fuck you. I'm taking my using maniacs, putting them in a car, and just speed lining them into your army.
Is the what did you say, Noise Marines?
Yeah.
Are they gonna do better, or are they doing better? Or they're still new though, huh?
Yeah. Let me show you. So if you could see on the camera now. So these are the new Noise Marines.
They look sick.
I kind of miss their guitars, but we knew that those weren't going to stay around.
Everest decided to walk in to the bathroom, and Maddie had her vaginal cream on the bathroom counter, and he thought it was Oragel. Yeah. Which I'm like, why wasn't that fucking put away? But that's another conversation for another day. But okay.
You ever have one of those moments? You ever have one of those moments where you're just going through it and you're just like looking at yourself like Jim from The Office, and you're like, God damn it, I'm gonna have to prep for the mental repercussions of this later.
Yeah. Yeah.
That just did me a favor and moved it away on its own because of how embarrassing that was.
Yeah, that was real bad.
Oh, hi.
Anyways, where was I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. October 7th. So Frogan made a bunch of horrible shit takes, and then Ethan unfollows her. And this sends Frogan into a fucking rage. She's like, this Zionist
maulding.
pig.
She was maulding. She was angry. She was. Yeah.
And she was very upset because she really liked Ethan's content for a long time, apparently. And like Ethan was who inspired her to start making content. And so when he did that, because of her comments about October 7th, she just kind of was like, well, obviously he's just a Zionist supporting, like genocide supporting asshole. And just goes on this huge tirade about it. Starts like getting a bunch of pro-Palestine people to kind of start going after him. So then Ethan kind of claps back. But then Hassan also starts being like, well, bro, no, I agree with her. Claps back against Ethan. Ethan's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm done with you. And so they stop their podcast together. And they start having beef and like a huge feud. Meanwhile, iDubbbz is kind of like befriending just a bunch of YouTubers because he's doing his boxing shit. Yeah. And is friends with a lot of these people. And Ethan then starts getting like essentially like a hate campaign going against him. I'm gonna be honest here. A lot of that was due to the fact that he just kind of kept fueling the fire. He kept going quote unquote goblin mode, demon mode.
Oh yeah,
on people.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's not goblin mode. Goblin mode would have been the smart thing to do.
Yeah. Anyways, so keeps doing that and just keeps crashing out, going a bit insane. Because I'll be honest, there's a lot of stuff that he's saying that I'm like, okay, no, like I agree with you, but like, dude, you need to like chill the fuck out and like go touch grass for a little bit because like you're trying to like lose.
As AITA had mentioned several times in that video, he was like emotionally trauma dumping on every video that was going through this whole thing.
Yeah, taking out a bunch of people. And
it was really fucking pathetic, really.
Yeah, and then it culminates pretty recent. Well, I wouldn't say culminates because now we have the true culmination of this, but maybe the true culmination. I guess we'll see because this could be ongoing still. But
this is our rising action.
Rising action. So here's the rising action. We might be moving towards a falling action soon, or a climactic moment. People start calling CPS on Ethan and Gila to try and get their kids taken away from them. And that makes him lose his goddamn mind. And like he starts just being like, because he's constantly being berated by people with anti-Semitic views that are blaming Jews, not just for like the whole Palestine thing and calling him a Zionist. Like they just legitimately hate Jewish people. And they are anti-Semites, which you can have both in either party, guys. You can have shitty people that are pro-Palestine and also very, very anti-Semite.
Just be very careful. If you are anti-Semitic, don't be calling people Nazi Hitlers.
Yeah. Yes, which is what people have been doing.
Do you know what the CPS claims were?
That he gave his kid Giardia because their dog died from it?
No, they were telling CPS that he was force feeding. Yeah, he was force feeding the kid animal shit.
They had Giardia, thinking that the kids contracted Giardia from the dog shit, but that wasn't the case.
Wow.
Yeah, really fucked up.
And then Frogan said it's okay because
Denim.
Kids don't Denims was the one who's like kids don't form memories with before like 5 or something. Something insane where I'm like, no, kids start forming memories like around 2 to 3, like with their first crazy ones coming in around 4, where it's like those are like real lasting memories. Especially when they're traumatic.
And she gets refuted online about that. And like as she's reading about it, like from the source that's telling her like, no, this is when kids start developing memories. And she's like, well, CPS isn't really all that traumatic. Who cares? He deserves it. And it's like, bro, what? Like that is so fucked.
Look, we can't be expecting her to be doing good research after all. She was the one who's saying no rapes happening on the video. They were talking about how they raped her.
Yep. Saying, that was a whole other thing too. So some of the Hamas attacks, they gathered some women and then they raped them. And a lot of these women came out and we're talking about like how they were raped, and people were saying like, oh, that's just Israel doing some like psyop, essentially. Saying it was fake. Which, yeah, you take that as you will. I don't know. A lot of these people suck. I don't want to excuse what Ethan's doing either, because crashing out is definitely adding fuel to the fire, and he's a fucking adult. and should have realized, hey.
Plus, like, he's crashing out. He's crashing out in a way that helps abso-fucking-lutely nobody.
No one. Yeah, no
and
one.
Nothing, it's crazy the climb that he has put himself on.
Well, his content nuke was pretty well put together, to be very honest. Like I think he honestly did a very good job in his content nuke.
Like, if he just carried himself like that through this entire time, I don't think anyone could be...
It's because he live streams. He's live streaming his shit.
Like, if you don't have emotional regulation and emotional control, don't live stream.
Yeah, no, agreed. Mm-hmm. You really shouldn't, man. Like, you need to get some stuff figured out first. So anyways, that turns into a big thing, and then he's kind of like, why aren't my friends coming out to fucking help me? Because like when iDub started getting called a cuck online because of like the OnlyFans stuff, and like when he said he was sorry, he received massive backlash. And when Anissa and Ian were going through that, Ethan and Gila, publicly stood up for them and was like, hey guys, like, knock it off. Like, what the fuck? Leave them alone. Being good, in my opinion, good friends. Some people will say you shouldn't have to do that for a friend, right? Like, that shouldn't just be a requirement to do when you're a friend. But if I saw either of you guys publicly getting trashed by people online and having CPS called on you, I would have zero problem, even if I disagreed with you politically, which, Brayden, sometimes I fucking do. But even if
you act like that's not intentional, I hate being surrounded by people who think exactly the way I do.
Well, yeah, no, I know. We all do. Like,
yeah.
I would have.
I want an equal. I want an equal, not a cocksucker.
Exactly. But yeah, I'd have zero problem taking 5 minutes of my time being like, hey guys, this is really fucked up. This is not okay. They don't do this. Like, what the hell?
I take a bullet for you, full homo.
Hassan Hiker was even like on his stream publicly was like, hey guys, harassing them and calling CPS, that's some deplorable, detestable shit. Hassan.
Yeah.
One of his biggest fucking haters did that. And someone that they've been friends with for like 10 plus years didn't do that. And in his video said because they disagree with him or because they feel like they shouldn't have to do that. And it's like an ultimatum. And I'm like, dude, you're just being a shitty friend. Like, just say you're a shit friend. It's okay. Or just say you never really thought of him as a friend. I don't know. Be honest about it.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things where I am not asking you to get an answer because your silence says more to that than anything you say ever could.
Mm-hmm. Well, 100%. And so, yeah, anyways, now we're at Content Cop being released. So I think we're caught up in the timeline now. And that's what we.
I don't know. I don't know if we're caught up in the timeline. We kind of skipped over a few war parts, but I guess if we're wanting to speed run this,
because we're just talking about the beef between Ethan and iDubbbz. If we wanted to go over the Israel-Palestine shit, that's a whole other episode.
TLDR, don't fuck with America's boats. They get real angry.
Yes. But anyways, now we're at Content Cop. All three of us have watched the video. I've talked long enough. Whoever wants to go first.
All right, so you remember old Content Cops, right? Mm-hmm. How, like, they were informative and they were very much calling out behavior that he didn't like. But one of the behaviors that he was calling out was in some cases, brand new, like, he was like, okay, I actually know this, not many people know this. It's like behavior that should be called out. Like, it's like him reporting on things that did and should impact a person's career, but they were also funny, they were entertaining, like they were
it didn't feel like as much of a biased, right?
No, they were incredibly biased, but there was never any sense of there was like, hey, I'm calling this person out, this one person in particular, but the reasons were like honestly real.
Yeah.
And also they were entertaining, there were skits, there were songs, and they would go on through it, and it was a character that he was playing. And so, like, people could be watching it for the takedown or the info, but it wasn't like they were boring. Right?
There was a content side of it too, right?
Yeah. Like, the irony is that he was doing more good through Content Cop when he was dropping racial slurs. But he starts off this one with like this really, really fucking deplorable skit where he just shows up in Hassan's room.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And it is... it's fucking stupid, it's shitty, and like, it goes on, and then you're like, oh, it's Hassan, he's been saying spicy shit. Oh, it's Frogan, she said this thing, oh no. Oh, it's Denims, she was doing this. Oh no, it's that one YouTuber who put out $100,000 bounty to murder another content creator. Why the fuck is he doing this? And then he just starts talking, and then it's like, when he's actually doing the full video, one, nothing is new.
Yeah.
There is no information that he's like, okay, here's how to make this argumentative essay impactful. I'm trying to change people. No, it's like none of it's new. It's in really bad faith. He's being super like openly antagonistic.
Like, yeah, because I told you guys in the group text that it sounded like he was just defending himself the whole time, which and a lot of it I can understand, but it feels very different from the other content cops, right?
It was like he was publicly reading his diary that he writes in when he cries himself to sleep.
Well, I mean, yeah, I would say, because honestly, a lot of the criticisms launched at Ethan from iDubbbz in this video, there's quite a few where I'm like, I see where you're coming from. Like the button thing, the whole thing with the button, and Ethan having to hit the button during his stream to like cut out the last 30 seconds of like audio or video because like he's crashing out too hard or saying something crazy where he just feels insecure. And like the way his employees kind of treat him like a little kid, I agree with. I'm like, yeah, no, that's shitty. He's not learning to like be better from this behavior. Instead, he's just like finding a way to hide shitty behavior.
It feels like he's enabling it, you know?
No, 100%. It is enabling.
But you know
instead
what
of like
the shitty part
hiding
is?
your addiction, or instead of like fighting your addiction or like working on it, you're just hiding the beer bottles like under your bed, essentially.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
And that's what's going on there. And I'm like, I agree with that. I'm like, no, it's horrible, and like Ethan should work on that and change that, because that's something everyone can learn to work on and do better.
But
is that something
like
you
here,
air publicly to like other people? I don't know.
you probably shouldn't. But also, like, here's the thing: I can't stand H3.
Yeah.
Why
the
is
dude's fucking crazy?
why is a creator I used to watch and I used to really like making a
Vape
video
Nash.
against someone I hate, and I feel the need to defend the guy he's dragging through the mud?
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, listen, I liked Ethan's content like back in the day, like the Vape Nation video. Fucking amazing.
You mean the first 2 years he was making stuff out of his, over
like New Year
a
apartment?
decade and a half long? Like back when he was starting?
Yeah, and he made some really funny shit. I loved it.
And see, I never even fucking heard of this guy until the content cop. Maybe I'd seen it in passing in years past, but like I really knew nothing about this guy until he started crashing out.
I could have sworn in high school I showed you his videos, but
you might have. I don't remember that shit.
There, we were on a Game Grumps kick.
Turkey
That was our big thing.
Yeah.
Oh man, I really hope it doesn't cross over. I haven't watched Game Grumps in a long time, but that's not for any like. That's not for any like stance. It's just like, I'm sorry guys, but
you just grew out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I only watch them on occasion, mostly when my boys, because like Ev really likes the Sonic playthroughs, so I just put on their Sonic playthroughs so I can like get a chuckle as like the gameplay is going, because he liked watching the gameplay.
But like, I'm gonna be real with you. The main reason why I stopped was they just stopped playing games I cared about.
See, and that's where I was at too. But I realized there are episodes on there on games that they've played, and their bits are fucking hilarious. But I don't end up watching the video because it's not a game I don't enjoy watching. And nowadays, I mostly just pay attention to Danny and see if there's any music he's releasing.
Oh, yeah. If NSP is hurt in any way because of this, I will mauled.
I don't think. Yeah, I think they're a little far enough removed that it's not going to matter too much. So,
I'm surprised you pulled up that picture and not the picture where they're posing like a bunch of dumbasses and he's holding the sword that has a swastika on it.
It's not swastika. It's traditional.
I am aware.
Okay,
I am aware, and it's not traditional Japanese. It's literally Ichigo's sword from Bleach.
So yeah, like let's at least try to be accurate and fair in our criticisms, unlike Ian during his video where he glosses over, because here it honestly during that content cop he glosses over so much shit, or just like shoves it down and doesn't talk about the actual criticisms that Ethan has with these people or the actual problems. Instead, just
these guys are making a tier list of different types of races, but I'm just going to assume this is about hummus.
No, he says what he says in that is, hey, this tier list isn't racist because it's just Arabs talking about Arab culture, but he glosses over the fact that
Hassan isn't Arab.
Brogan puts Arabs on top, and then puts Sabra loving people, or Brogan said the Jews turned into like the main hummus manufacturer here in America. So by reference, the Jews, not directly calling out the Jews, but just saying people who love Sabra hummus, not just hummus, by the way, Ethan, it's Sabra hummus in particular, because like if they just said, hey, loves hummus, like that wouldn't, they put Sabra for a reason, okay? Like, because it's
okay, hot take.
Yeah,
this is kind of a crazy one, but I don't like hummus.
Really? I actually do like hummus. Hummus is really good.
I just don't like
think I've ever
chickpeas.
tried it.
I've actually been really getting into like a lot of like Turkish food lately, and
Oh yeah, some of that stuff is really good.
yeah, Turkish and Greek food have been like doing it for me lately.
Oh yeah, all the things that you could do with lamb.
It's like the Mexican meat of the Middle East, basically. Like,
Oh
that's how
yeah,
I
no,
describe,
we've
like,
been
how their food is cooked.
we've been getting like we are pretty close to this Indian place.
Dude, Indian food's so good. Fucking,
Oh my
yeah.
god, dude.
I mean,
Oh
that
my
the
God,
strawberry yogurt like drink that they have, fucking love that. And then the
Fucking anything in a
masala.
tandoor. Oh yeah.
Oh god, yeah. Oh dude. Oh man, I miss some of my buddies from Pleasant Grove when I worked at that store there. With Sim and all them. That was fun. God. Anyways,
talk
sorry.
about cats
Look.
not having
All
any
I'm gonna
brain
say
cells.
is
Huh?
This guy has some brain cells right here.
Yeah.
he's
This
not
cat.
orange.
He's not. He's a Maine Coon Siamese mix, but he has maybe half a brain cell.
Oh dang, dumb fuck.
Yeah, he really. Yeah, he has orange cat behavior.
Hell yeah, love that. Orange brain coated.
Yep.
Brandle, but both Maine Coon and Siamese species are from Asia. What are you trying to say about that?
That their
He
cat's
is-
dumb as fuck.
Yeah. And he is the run to the litter.
Damn. Well, that's probably why. That's probably why he's dumb as
Yep.
fuck. Didn't get enough nutrients.
Pretty much.
Brain never got a chance to fully develop.
I'm 5'7". I know how that feels.
Oh god. But yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, so that's probably about as harsh as I'm really. Okay, no, who am I kidding? I could get harsher with Ian here because I really feel like the ending too, where he's like, "I'm going to try to be empathetic towards Ethan."
Everybody say a nice thing about
How
him.
backhanded! And I saw so many fucking comments on that video where it's like, "Thank you for being kind and like." You know, this was just such like a great moral example. I'm like, dude, that was the most backhanded, in your face fucking slap to do. Like, are you kidding me? Garbage. Absolute
I must have
garbage.
missed that because I don't think I watched the last like 5 or 10 minutes of the video. Damn,
Goddamn.
really?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm actually jealous of you. Okay, Brandle, so you know in Berserk where Griffith does the thing, and then
I haven't
people on
watched
the
Berserk.
internet.
You haven't watched fucking Berserk?
No. Just gonna throw that out there now.
Brandle,
Oh my
before we
God.
go to MagicCon in Vegas in June, you're gonna watch Berserk. Okay?
We're gonna watch the whole thing.
We'll watch the Golden Age arc.
Do you want to? Making fuck. I'm gonna love you like a truck. That analogy I was using is when Griffith does the thing,
Well, yeah, you can't
and people
spoil
on
that
the
now.
internet,
Yeah.
and people on the internet are like, Griffith did nothing wrong.
Very similar here. Not really.
and like, hey man,
Is-
all I'm saying is I play Emperor Children. It was my second favorite Primarch. Fulgrim is just the Warhammer 40k version of Griffith, let's be honest here. But I'm not gonna post on the internet, Fulgrim did nothing wrong.
Yeah, Fulgrim's totally cool, guys. Very chill.
Guys, he's just a flying sex snake. What's so wrong with that?
You know. But I don't know, Brandle, what would you think? Like, someone who is much more removed than Brayden and I, how did you feel about it? Like, overall? Like, what? I want to hear all your takes.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels weird just catching up on all that since I haven't seen anything of H3. But from what you're saying, you used to love his content, but it was when he had first started. But then just seeing this man crash out, I don't agree with all the people that were trying to go after him and his kids, but his behavior also doesn't feel justified with how hard he is crashing out. But also, it just feels like IDubbbz is trying to defend himself, but he's because he had stated at some point, I've been just sitting here watching in silence. Then he feels the need to do this content cop, and it feels like he's just throwing him under the rug. And whether that was right or not either, I don't know. Because when was the last time IDubbbz had even uploaded? Was he still uploading frequently?
He was doing a podcast with his wife.
Okay.
So nothing of substance.
Yeah, it doesn't have like a lot of views. It's not like a big podcast or anything. It's, but who are we to fucking talk?
It just feels so weird that he felt the need to do this. I mean, even looking at the comments, if you guys remember, it's like, what the fuck are we getting a content cup now in 2025? It's like,
well, no, because he directly apologized for doing content cops like last year. He said he was never going to make another one, and that era of him was dead.
Yeah, because it was like so bad, for him to do that to people. And...
well,
that moment at the beginning is like so. It's almost like self-aware in a way, where he's like, back in 2016, if you ever told me that I'd be doing a content, Ethan, I would have said that I lost the plot.
Oh, I don't know. I thought you just said that. Like, I would think that you're crazy. Like this, that's insane. But yeah,
it's fucking prophetic.
My whole point to this was, like, it just feels like it's a lot, and feels so intense, and it's hard for me to justify it because I haven't seen this battle that's been going on for fucking forever between these guys. And I'm not even talking about the issues that are going on with the actual war. I'm just talking about between Ethan, H3, and everyone else that's involved in this whole thing. It's
Dude, it wasn't even a battle. It was like Ethan was having his crash out and IDubbbz was just watching. It wasn't a battle. It was... There was nothing, and then he's like, I gotta start... I need to start hyping up for my next fight, so new content cup.
Yeah, I can see the argument for that, where there's a lot of people just saying he's like selling out to make some money before he does his Creator Clash 3, which I'm kind of like, I don't know if that is the case. Who knows? It definitely feels like he's been having issues with Ethan about like the shit that Ethan's saying, because like he agrees with the obviously he agrees with the pro-Palestinian people by his show of support, but it's just the hypocrisy and like the gaslighting for me during the video that gets me upset, and like how he tries to go after Ethan for being like, dude, I have like a 10 out of 10 apology. Like, clearly Ethan's just kind of joking around, and that, like, even the clips he's showing, he's just like making a joke. It's not anything big. He's not like trying to be like, guys,
but
I'm like,
if he wanted,
like, so good at telling apologies. It's clearly a joke. Like, he's kind of taking a dig at himself for, he's not proud of being an apology. He's just like, guys, I just got like a 10 out of 10. Like, come on, I'm the best at telling apologies. Like
the shitty part is like, the shitty part is, out of all the shitty parts, there is another universe where he did a content cop on E, but it was done with valid critique, valid criticism, entertaining, and not in front of the worst people you have met in your entire life.
Yeah, no, I think teaming up with Denims and Frogan, who advocated for people calling CPS on his family, awful.
Yeah.
Absolutely awful. It's like, no, those are the people you should be disavowing, because those actions are horrendous against your friend. You can agree with them politically, but you can take a step back and be like, hey, advocating for this shit or saying this shit is okay is detestable human behavior, and I'm not going to associate with you. Like I think that is very valid and very fair, because even if you agree with them politically and agree with like the pro-Palestinian movement, if someone did that to someone else I know, I would be like, no, fuck you. Like, you guys are terrible people. And the fact that he just is, I have this picture up with him and Frogan and Denims to prove like just how fucking obviously buddy he is with them. Like what the hell? Just because like your buddy is crashing out because he's scared and like terrified of what's going on right now, and he's getting like anti-Semitic death threats. He's being called a Zionist. His wife had some dude like play a video game and be like, "Oh, I'm killing Ethan. Oh, I'm killing Gila." Like, they are in a very vulnerable state where they are obviously terrified, and of course they're crashing out against these people. Of course they're going to feel a certain way.
And haven't they both lived in Israel?
They both have, yeah, in Tel Aviv, I think.
Like, I'm going to assume they still have friends over.
They do, yeah. And so of course they're gonna be on like a certain side, or of course they're gonna have like a much more nuanced take than these people who never fucking lived in Palestine, like lived anywhere near Palestinians.
You mean Hassan talking in front of a massive group of people giving a speech in an outfit that cost $3,000?
Yeah. They have no goddamn clue what the actual struggle or what that place is actually like. And they're giving all these takes being like, hey, all these Israelis are Zionists and terrible. You know, come on, guys. We gotta like fight against these people. Never having lived there. And then Ethan and Gila actually live there. You know, and I'm like, okay. Of course they're gonna be more nuanced about it because they fucking live there. And the fact that you guys can't take that into account or just dismiss it outright just shows how fucking awful you are, because you're just pushing a narrative because it's getting you support. It's getting you clicks. It's getting you numbers. And they know exactly what they're doing.
And then like by collaborating, they don't believe
half the shit they spew.
And like the people you're collaborating with is a statement.
It is. 100% it is. And they're all hypocrites.
I'm like I said, I used to watch AITA all the time. I thought his old shit was but, you know, every Memorial Day, I have friends that did not win their fight with the spicy flashbacks, and seeing Frogan on that video. Oh, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
No, 100%. No, and like the fact that Frogan ever said that, disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting to say. The fact that Hassan said 9/11 was justified or was okay, or maybe it was just a fucking joke. I don't know. I told a bunch of 9/11 jokes. Not cool though.
Yeah.
Not cool to say that's justified like that. And then Ian was just like, okay, no, that was just him being fed up and like wanting to like. I think he even said that it wasn't a joke in the content comp. Like, Hassan wasn't joking.
Oh, no. He went further. He was like, Hassan was not joking. He was simply protesting against the imperialism, colonism of America by saying that.
So, whether or not you agree that, like, America's actions do have repercussions, which I will say, yes, America's actions do have repercussions. And violence will beget violence. There's no doubt about that. That does not justify the violence.
Look, I was in the military. I am very patriotic, but I still gotta remember that the country of Guam will never be the fucking same.
It won't. Nothing will. And people, these people, specifically Frogan, Denims, and honestly Hassan too, are cowards. The only way I will say that they're not cowards is if they go to Palestine and if they interact with the people there and they live with them there. As soon as they do that and they stay in there for like a year or two, and then they still come out and are like, everything I've said, I still agree with. Then I'll be like, okay, respect. Fine. You stick to your guns. Until that happens,
write checks that your ass can't cash.
Yeah. Because I guarantee you, they would hate it.
It is so fucking easy for someone. It is so easy for someone to advocate from a stance when they're in a gated community.
Hmm. Oh, 100%. 100% it is. The only person I think that would be safe, honestly, with like some of the groups out there would be Hassan, because I swear to God, they probably view him as like their own psyop. Like that they're able to
he's a mouthpiece.
Like a mouthpiece. And so they'd want to protect that.
Dude, he's not
rest
even
of them,
Arab,
I don't think they'd
and
care
they
about.
were like, he's not even Arabic, and they're like, he's an honorary.
Yeah, but I mean, he's clearly an effective mouthpiece for their movement.
Well, especially when his uncle owns the Young Turks.
His uncle owns the Young Turks?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Deadass, and his dad was a real estate mongrel.
No fucking really?
Dude, he's a millionaire.
This guy fucking sucks, dude. This guy sucks.
He owns a mansion in LA.
Man. If that Young Turks thing is true, what a piece of shit. Like, that whole family's a piece of shit. Anybody that's like associated with the Young Turks, pieces of shit. Brandle, if you don't know, awful people. Some of the worst people on the planet.
Really?
Yeah, no, I know a lot of Armenians. Houston, Texas had a lot of Armenians for some reason. And yeah, no, fuck the Young Turks.
Plus, also, like, the System of a Down makes some of the most incredible music of all time.
Mm-hmm. System of a Down's amazing. Help. Okay, but yeah, I don't know. There's more. There's honestly more I could go on about this.
Yeah, we could honestly fill this for like another 2 hours, I'm sure.
Yeah. Any final thoughts from you guys?
It was crazy. There's a lot I could just like. My main thing here is best regards to both parties, every party involved here. For the most part, you know what I mean? Specifically, Ethan, his wife, and iDubbbz. I don't know about I don't know nothing about Hassan and all that, but it doesn't sound like it's very good.
No.
No, absolutely not. Once again, the best piece of advice you could ever receive or give: shut the fuck up, stay in your lane.
Mm-hmm.
Or just stick to your guns. Put your money where your mouth is. Honestly.
Don't preach from a soapbox.
Yeah. But, that's all from us here at We Are the Assholes / Hard Homies finale. Whatever we decide.
It's a very, very, very angry one. So I guess, Tyler, important question. Who would win in a fight, Space Marine or Master Chief?
Space Marine. I mean, it's a lot closer than you'd think, but okay. Are we talking like any Space Marine? Because like Master Chief is essentially like
a Space Marine.
No, I would compare him to almost
Master Chief has the superpower of having the universe be incredibly lucky to him.
Yeah, like
so it's very close.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. We're talking generic Space Marine. I would give an edge to Master Chief. As soon as we're talking any named Space Marine that has plot armor as well, I'm giving it to the named Space Marine.
Okay. How about it's a named Space Marine,
okay,
but they have their helmet on?
Jesus Christ.
Fuck, that's difficult. You know what? I think